my name's Fleur and I teach a 5-6 class down at Anglesea Primary, and we're a very small coastal rural school. We do inquiry-based learning here, and our inquiry unit was titled what would the school look like if the walls of our classrooms were the town boundaries, and the focus was to get more of our community members to come into the school and see what we're doing instead of us going out all the time, because we go everywhere, all over the town. And so what happened through our investigations with the students was that they decided they wanted to create their own action projects, because previously all year we've given them projects to do, and that's kind of how some of these projects the kids are doing now started, with the revamp of the skate park and the computer classes, and there's a book club as well and some art classes and a plover lover group where they're promoting the plight of the plovers down here and trying to preserve their natural habitats.
Our aim for all of this, for making a new action project, was to get the community into the school and the school into the community. We're going to run computer classes which will teach people what to do on a computer.
If they don't really know how to use a computer or do stuff on the computer, we'll help them, and maybe they could use what we've taught them later on in their life.
We were thinking of doing it once a week, and we would have people come in from the community, and they could, if they had a laptop, they could bring their own, or maybe use a memory stick if they wanted to save the work that they've done, or they could just use one of our laptops. And we've got instruction booklets, and there's tasks such as like copy and pasting, and we've just got like steps, and so it's easier, and we can help them if they get stuck. And we're planning on doing it near the end of school so parents could stay and then pick up their kids after school.
So when did it start?
In the 5-6 area, we're working on our what we call the WIT timetable, which is the weekly individual timetable, and that's a negotiated timetable with each child, and they are able to work on their individual goals, whether it be maths, literacy, or any other area of the curriculum, and they're able to negotiate with myself or other staff members how they're going to complete those. With the grade 5s, with their netbooks, they're quite portable then really, and they can choose different learning areas that will suit them to achieve their goals. It allows them to work in groups or individually on their own, and just helps provide a really flexible learning area for them.
With the netbook, we do like from publishing to designing to, well, we do all the stuff in between as well. We write up work. We've designed like houses on SketchUp. Lots of stuff.
Okay.
And there's all these fun new programs like Monkey Jam and Google SketchUp and Pivot Stick Animator.
Tux typing.
Yeah.
They're good things to do because they open your mind to other things besides just stuff in your everyday life.
And everyone wants to be open-minded and have a good awareness about what's like. It's not just writing down on a piece of paper. This has got so much more put into it than
Like, you could be writing something, or you could be chatting to your friends, or listening to music, or creating an animation.
They really enjoy using their netbooks. It's opened up a range of possibilities for them.
just
All that kind of
opens
stuff.
up a whole new world of opportunities in the classroom.
Already, I'd say I can see a huge leap in the way they approach their in literacy, their reading and their editing skills, their maths has been really broadened using some of the programs that they've been able to access. For example, measurement using SketchUp.
It's made school a lot more fun for people who didn't think much of school, just as writing, listening, sitting down and all that. It kind of like, it's a new way of learning. And yeah, when we learn with use these laptops, and it's just more fun to learn all these new things and stuff.
Yeah, and it's sort of, using laptops is much more different to using, say, a computer sitting in a classroom, because, say, with those netbooks, they're ours, and they're sort of, we can use them whenever we want and wherever we are, and we can listen to music, and like, you don't have to be doing schoolwork on them. You could be at home chatting on chat rooms, and yeah.
Listening to music, you can sync an iPod or an MP3, and we don't just use them for learning at all. Like what Carla said, we go home and we can be, like, I talk to my relatives and all my friends and find out what's happening, and they're just
through emailing or MSN or
which is lots of fun.
They're very proud of the work that they do here at school. They can take that home, and then they bring work that they've done at home and bring that to school. So it's, I suppose it's knocking down that boundary between home and school.
I could open my email, but no, I need to use the school's one to send. We're not that.
Did you send them a plan, the skate park?
What? The Sky?
Yep. This is Anglesea skate park as it is.
We're trying to get them to make us a new skate park, because Anglesea's skate park is pretty crummy. And it's just
not up to standard with lots of the other skate parks around the Surf Coast Shire
region. And we think
region.
if we're part of Surf Coast Shire and everyone else in the Surf Coast Shire gets a good skate park, why can't we have one?
Okay, so what have you been doing about it?
Well, we've made an exposition with a persuasive text, and we're designing different skate parks, and we're going to email all this to Libby Mears and
Which
see what
is
she thinks about
like
it.
The mayor of the Surf Coast Shire, and we're hoping that we can persuade her to get us a new skate park, which should be great. So we're designing it on Google SketchUp, which is a program on our netbooks.
We started just by like making a big area, how we wanted the skate park, like how big, like if it was the size of this portable building or the school or whatever, and then we'd put ramps in by lifting them up, making them like 3D, and then making them all curved and stuff, and we can make bowls.
Really constructing what we want for our skate park, and like not what the Shire can, like not what they think we need, what we know we need.
Okay, and as I saw it, I think I saw this, that you were actually doing a variety of different designs from simple to complex, is that right?
Yeah, everyone's made their own personal one, what they'd like, and then we've all got together and made 2 others that we'd all like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've basically came up with all our different designs, and then we've narrowed it right down to the top 2 that we like the most.
Well, my dad is a carpenter, so we know how much a concrete will cost
And
per cubic metre, and we do it like there's a ruler or a measuring tape on the program we're using to design it, and we can just measure it out, write it down, and figure out how many metres it is and in volume and all that.
Yeah, so, and if we didn't have the resources like Agnes's dad being a carpenter, we could always just look up on the internet to find a concrete supplier.
And there's lots of help we can get by using these laptops. We're hoping we're not going to have too much trouble with the council and stuff. We're hoping they'll agree that we need a new one and that it'll work out okay.
And even if we do come across some troubles, I reckon we're just kids, we'll be able to persuade them over.
It's been absolutely brilliant. We've gotten so much more out of every single individual student. because they're all working at their own pace, on their own interests, as well as whatever it is that we need them to do in the classroom, and it's really allowed their creativity to just soar, especially with all of the programs that came with it that we didn't previously have, especially ones like Google SketchUp and Picasa. That was great. We used Picasa to make a movie for the rec camp about their veggie patch that they then used to promote their rec camp with as part of their promotional package when they send things out. It's just been absolutely brilliant. They're always focused and on task. They're not forgetting things, like they haven't left their work at home anymore, because they're more organised, and their independent skills and their confidence levels have soared. They're teaching other teachers how to use programs. They're teaching other students throughout the whole school how to use things. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's being comfortable with learning off the students as well, letting them go, and then they can actually show me what they've been doing and teaching me as well, and having confidence in their abilities to run with programs that I really don't know how they work. So I'm comfortable learning from them.